Contactor for HVAC or heating and air conditioning. Question, what does a contactor do? Simply, a contactor takes voltage here. Do not touch this with your hands if electricity is on it, incidentally, but make sure the electricity is off. But the contactor will take electricity from this side and convey it to the other side of the contactor. So kind of acts like a light switch, so to speak. It's not, that's an analogy. It's probably a bad analogy. But what it does, it turns on and off. The low voltage will press this in. When the low voltage presses this in, the contacts will meet and the electricity will go from here, from here, this two sides to this side, and say 240 here and then 240. If the low voltage, which is on each side of the contactor, if it's not energized, then the voltage may be here. You may read 240 here, providing that the breaker and the electricity is fine getting to the system, but you may read nothing over here. But once this is energized, then say hypothetically this pulls down, it energizes the coil and pulls this down. Once it pulls down, this metal touches this, so this electricity here goes to here. Question, if we're a quick test and just a simple test to say if the coil is good or bad, we can take a multimeter or a multimeter, whatever one wants to call it. You can use whatever name brand you choose. That's up to you. It's nothing fancy, but just take the settings and put it on the ohm settings. Once you put it on the ohm settings, then at this point, it's like, be sure the electricity's off, and just take your leads and simply try to get it out of the way here. Take your leads here and take your leads and touch each side. Now I'm trying to see, this is where the alligator clips come in handy. Well, we'll just say here, if we can. I'm not sure if that's making a point of connection, but then we go here. Okay, so we touch on this, and once we touch both sides, each side, well, this one fell. Try to get that, and I'm not sure if we're making a good connection, but then we touch this side here, and we go over here, and we read 18.3 ohms. So again, it's in the ohms position down here, so 18.3 would be good. Somewhere in the 9 to 20 range may be considered okay. It's hard to say. That's not an exact science, so don't hold me to those numbers. But somewhere in that range of, say, 9, 10 to 20 may be good. See, we have nothing here. We have one probe over here because it's difficult to handle. This is the reason the alligator clips, they come in handy on the low voltage side. Don't ever use them on the high voltage side because they will, you don't want the shock. But see, we're reading OL now, but if we go over here and hypothetically touch this, now we're touching both sides. We have the lead on one side, the lead on the other side. The meter set to ohms. Once the meter's set to ohms, we're reading 18.3, which indicates that this particular coil may be good. So now if we pull the leads away and we take the contactor and we flip it up on its side, then we can actually see the coil. Don't touch it with anything. You don't want to mess those, it looks like copper windings or something. But these are the low voltage side here. And then it energizes this coil. And then likewise on this side, this is the low voltage side. It energizes the coil. Once it energizes the coil, supposedly, if all things working properly, we'll pull this in. Once it pulls that in, then this electricity, as you can see, this metal here touches this metal, so it allows this electricity and this electricity to go from each side. Now, the beautiful thing about this contactor or a contactor, for instance, if you're running a fan motor or if you're running a compressor, you don't want to run it incessantly. What that means in layman's terms, you need to give it a break when it hits the satisfactory point on the thermostat. Say, for instance, you were at 70 degrees, it hits 70 degrees. Okay, the thermostat no longer sends this low voltage over here, so you're not getting voltage over here. It will actually cut it off, cut the electricity off, kind of similar to a light switch, which will, similar to a light switch is like this, and you manually have to flip a light switch, but this would be controlled electronically. Then you, say, hypothetically cut it off, or you de-energize the coil and you cut it off. Once this coil's de-energized, then the compressor and the fan motor stops. What does that mean? It means that it's not going to continuously or incessantly run, where if it did, it would end up burning the fan motor up or the compressor motor or something, perhaps. So it's also, it conveys electricity, but it also, it may have the function of protecting the particular unit in your condenser too. So a quick way to test the coil on a contactor. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.